Dr. Boomgaarden, you have been appointed to serve as the president of St. Joseph's College. It is my great pleasure as president of the Board of Trustees to install you in that office with all of its requisite rights, privileges, and responsibilities. By accepting the Presidential Medallion and the Presidential Hood of St. Joseph's College, you accept the charge to serve with diligence, authenticity, dedication, integrity, and vision as you carry out the duties of the President of St. Joseph's College.
I'd like to thank the Sisters of St. Joseph for allowing me to serve in this capacity as the 8th president of the college. I want to also thank the members of the stage party who spoke so beautifully today. In particular, I'd like to thank Sister Elizabeth Hill for her beautiful prayer, but also for her incredible service to St. Joseph's College. For many years, she was the president, and she left a record of great achievement and accomplishment. She has also been a wonderful friend to me, and we've had several very long conversations. I seem to have those. You may be wondering, after all of those long conversations I had, did I actually learn anything? I've learned a few things. The motto of St. Joseph's College is to be and not to seem. That means that when one comes to St. Joseph's College in any of the capacities, staff, student, faculty, president, your life will deepen. You will not be able to lead a superficial life with us. There's a great Jesuit, Adolfo Nicolas, who talked about one of the challenges of higher education today. And he said one of the great challenges is the globalization of superficiality. And by that he meant we can go on the web, we can see all these things, we can feel that we're informed, but are we really? Do we deeply understand the world around us? Have we really interacted with another human being? It's so critical that we see that superficiality for what it is.
To my fellow alumni, Dr. Boomgaarden's installation represents a renewed commitment to the mission of the college and a fresh vision for the future. My personal story with Dr. Boomgaarden dates back to shortly after the Board of Trustees announced his appointment. He called to introduce himself to me. I was the president of the Alumni Association at that time. And I expected that phone call to only last 2 to 3 minutes. Well, that's just not this president. And an hour later, after he passionately asked me about every facet of the college and listened intently to everything I had to say, I realized that the man who was coming in to lead the next chapter of our college is truly a very special person. To President Boomgaarden, as you continue as president, the alumni challenge you to do 3 things. 1, we would challenge you to keep us engaged. The second would continue your inspiring leadership style. And the third thing would be to remind you that not everyone has unlimited cell phone minutes, and perhaps you can limit the phone calls to shorter than an hour.
President Boomgaarden, in his months together with us, has shown himself to be a man of intelligence, integrity, and goodwill. Do you know that he's also a certified yoga instructor? Don, is there anything else you've done that you haven't yet shared with us, like being an airline pilot or a brain surgeon?
He's the second or third person we've talked to. And the first question is asked of him. And he responds by saying, "Well, what do you think?" And my first reaction in my head was, why don't we pretend that you're being interviewed? And then he responded properly. And he did it 1 or 2 more times. And then there came a point where one of the students from Patchogue asked a question. And he said, "Well, Jace, it reminds me of what you said on the website when you were interviewed in that video." And he quoted Jace. And I sat there and said 2 things. Number 1, so here's someone who cares enough about us to have researched us to a hilt. At the end of that hour and a half, I knew this was our president. And we all knew that this was our president.